Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, we will get to the Super Bowl controversy shortly, but let's start with this fresh footage of Ghislaine Maxwell from the latest batch of the Epstein files. Here she is denying she ever gave massages.
Did you ever give a massage to anyone other than Mr. Epstein? At any of Mr. Epstein's properties?
First of all, I never said I gave Mr. Epstein a massage.
I'll ask that question if you want, but I was focusing on people other than Mr. Epstein right now.
I didn't give massages.
Kinsey, we know that's not true. We've all seen that image of her giving the convicted pedophile a foot massage with her shirt undone. Are we going to see Ghislaine Maxwell face further charges or at least be asked to shed some light on the latest revelations on the Epstein files?
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney recently told News Nation that she plans to plead the fifth when she appears before the House Oversight Committee this week, invoking her right against self-incrimination. Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend and longtime accomplice is not even 4 years into a 20-year federal prison sentence for helping traffic his victims. I don't think Ghislaine or former Prince Andrew are even remotely credible witnesses anyway.
Now, we've also learned that Prince Andrew, or ex-Prince Andrew, I should say, apparently took advice from Jeffrey Epstein 4 years after he claims to have cut ties with the convicted pedophile, and also that he had passed on confidential reports to Epstein while he was Britain's trade envoy. Kinsey, what more can you tell me about this?
Rita, stay with me here. What's notable is the overlap. At the time, Peter Mandelson was UK's business secretary and Andrew was serving as trade envoy between 2009 and 2010. Mandelson was alleged to have shared market-sensitive UK and EU government information with Epstein. There's no proven personal relationship between Mandelson and Andrew, but there is shared risk pattern. Both were feeding sensitive access to a man whose business dealings were murky and potentially hostile to UK interests. That matters because it shows how Epstein really operated and made his money. Everyone keeps saying, how did he make his money? By selling access at the highest level of politics, royalty, finance, and tech. But for Andrew, official guidance says trade envoys have a duty of confidentiality with sensitive commercial or political information. So he might really be in trouble here.
Now, Kinsey, I spoke earlier in the show about how Prince William and King Charles held a late-night meeting to eject Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew, I should say, from the Royal Lodge before he was due to leave. What do you make of these new details?
To me, this is a real reflection of Prince William's leadership. There's a ruthlessness there that the royal family desperately needs right now. He's a common sense king in the making. He understands optics. He understands that you're defined by the company you keep. And he's clearly willing to chip away at the grifters and push them further and further from the crown. And honestly, I think that's worth celebrating.
Now, millions of Super Bowl fans ditched the official halftime show, which featured a Spanish-only performance from anti-Trumper Bad Bunny. Millions, Kinsey, opted for Turning Point USA's halftime show, headlined by Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. How many were watching this alternative halftime show, Kinsey?
Yeah, I mean, the NFL really split fans with the Bad Bunny. I mean, a lot of viewers responded by simply turning off NBC. Others took to X to complain. The tweets are hysterical. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA's alternative halftime show pulled in a massive audience. At peak, I saw 6.1 million viewers watching YouTube while I was watching it. I thought Lee Brice was incredible. President Trump also weighed in saying the Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever.
It will be fascinating to see in the coming days, or even probably this time tomorrow, just what that total is on Turning Point's alternative halftime show, because a lot of people won't watch that live. They know they can go back and see that at any time. So we'll see all the numbers. But if you've got 6 million live streaming it, that's a huge number. Let's get back to the royals. Meghan Markle went to the annual 15% pledge fundraising gala last night solo. She reportedly turned heads with her outfit, enormous black velvet train over a pink dress. That looks a white dress to me, but apparently it's pink. Kinsey, where was Prince Harry?
You know, Rita, I don't know. Maybe it was 2-for-1 blunt night at the local Montecito dispensary. My question is, where's Meghan Markle's mom? If you're not going to bring your man, at least let your mom feel glam. Her running around town alone does not dispel rumors that Hollywood can't stand her and she's running out of friends. But Harry has become the spare in his own marriage. And every time Meghan is beaming on the red carpet for the evil press that makes her life so hard, according to Harry, we're reminded of that.
He's become the spare in his own marriage. That is just a brilliant line there, Kinsey. Now to the ongoing Beckham saga. Romeo Beckham has debuted a new family tattoo across the back of his neck, while his older estranged brother, Brooklyn, has had a new design tattooed on his finger to cover up one he had there featuring the names of his three siblings, Romeo, Cruz and Harper. Kinsey, that's pretty harsh, covering up the names of your siblings. This is getting ugly.
He also covered up one on his arm that said dad. I mean, it is ugly, but can we please talk, Rita, about the fact that I just found out that Nicola and Brooklyn wear each other's wisdom teeth around their neck? That is something I'm going to need some time to process. It's giving Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton energy. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, they had vials of each other's blood, I think, around their neck during a fairly weird time in their lives. But yes, this is odd. Before you go, Melania's new documentary is popular, remaining popular despite the hate from the leftist media. Melania has already beaten the box office totals of 2 Barack Obama films and 5 Oscar-nominated movies. The doco has brought in more than $10 million and is set to screen in thousands of more cinemas, Kinsey. No one was predicting this, especially after those terrible reviews from the likes of The Guardian and other leftist publications.
We'll look at Turning Point tonight. There is a real appetite right now for content that bypasses legacy media filters. When something is dismissed or mocked by left-leaning outlets, it often creates curiosity. People want to decide for themselves, and Melania has always been a bit of an enigma. So a documentary that offers access, even limited access, is going to draw interest. The numbers suggest that this isn't about politics as much as it's about novelty, scarcity, and the public pushing back against being told what is and is not acceptable to watch.
Yep, Kinsey, the punters are voting with their feet and their wallets, and the box office total speaks for itself. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time tonight.